Prince Louis, the youngest and most mischievous member of the royal family, has a talent for capturing attention with his open and genuine personality. While he generally gets along well with most of the family, there appears to be a certain distance between him and Queen Camilla. There were a few instances where it seemed they were connecting, but this changed during the Christmas celebration hosted by Princess Kate. Join us as we uncover how Prince Louis stunned the entire nation with his bold and direct message about Camilla, the youngest royal. The story begins with the endearing, playful, and undeniably lovable Prince Louis, the youngest child of Prince William and Kate Middleton, born on a sunny spring morning on April 23, 2018, at St. Mary's Hospital in London. Louis arrived with all the grandeur and ceremony befitting a royal. The air was filled with celebration, gun salutes, bell chimes, and a country collectively adoring the newest member of the House of Windsor. From the start, Louis captured hearts. His parents chose the name Louis Arthur Charles, a tribute to his grandfather, now King Charles III, and a nod to the late Louis Earl Mountbatten of Burma, a close relative who played a significant role in the royal family's history. It's a grand name for such a little boy, but if his early years are any indication, Louis is more than ready to live up to it. His christening was a royal affair held on July 9, 2018, in the Chapel Royal at St. James's Palace, with the Archbishop of Canterbury presiding. The photos from that day were simply adorable, with his elder siblings George and Charlotte looking proud and showing signs of their growing sibling bond as the youngest in a royal household. William and Kate have made efforts to provide their children, including young Louis, with a balanced upbringing that combines royal responsibilities and normal family activities. Louis has spent his early years between Kensington Palace in London and the family's countryside retreat, Anmer Hall in Norfolk. The parents often speak about their appreciation for family time, whether it's gardening, baking, or playing outdoors, where Louis's lively personality is said to shine. During his public appearances, such as the Trooping the Color event in 2019 and the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, Louis has captured attention with his enthusiastic waving, animated expressions, and playful demeanor, which have generated a lot of discussion online. Education is a priority for the family, and Louis took his first step into formal learning when he started at Wilcox Nursery School in 2021. The young prince happily joined his peers near Kensington Palace, displaying the same curiosity and enthusiasm his parents had often highlighted in their public appearances. By 2022, significant changes were on the horizon for the family. They moved to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor Home Park, which provided more privacy and space for their growing children. That same year, Louis began attending Lambrook School, an independent preparatory school in Berkshire, alongside George and Charlotte. Despite his young age, Louis has already been part of some major historical events. When Queen Elizabeth II passed away in September 2022, the royal family entered a new chapter, with his grandfather ascending the throne as King Charles III and Louis becoming fourth in line. The coronation of King Charles III marked a significant milestone as he became the first British prince to succeed an elder sister, thanks to the Perth Agreement. At the grandeur-filled event, Prince Louis, the youngest member of the royal family, brought a touch of youthful charm with his presence, while his older brother Prince George had a more formal role. Although Louis is known for his mischievous behavior, such as making cheeky faces or trying to blow out his sister's candle, he shares a heartwarming dynamic with his siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Just like any youngest sibling, Louis holds a special place in the family, not just for being the youngest, but also for the unique bonds he shares with his brother and sister. His playful antics may sometimes earn him the title of annoying little brother, but it's a title he seems to wear proudly, one that everyone adores him for. If there's one sibling Louis looks up to and perhaps copies a bit too much, it's Princess Charlotte. At just 8 years old, Charlotte has taken on the unofficial role of the big sister in charge. She's often seen guiding Louis during public appearances, ensuring he sticks to royal protocol as much as a 6-year-old can, and keeping him in check when his cheeky side gets the better of him. Charlotte's protective nature was on full display during the family's outing. Kate Middleton's annual Christmas Carol service at Westminster Abbey was the setting for Louis's debut at the event. He walked confidently alongside his siblings, seemingly unaffected by the grandeur of the historic venue. With Charlotte by his side, it was as if Louis had his own personal guardian angel watching over him. Although he tried to blow out her candle on the way out, Charlotte simply smiled and brushed it off with the patience only a big sister could have. Their bond has been growing since Louis's birth, and a sweet photo from Charlotte's 3rd birthday shows her cradling the baby and planting a gentle kiss on his forehead, even at a young age displaying the loving big sister she would become. Despite their evolving roles, the closeness between the siblings remains, whether they're volunteering at baby banks or elsewhere. Charlotte often takes the lead during royal events, with Louis happily following her example. George, the 10-year-old future king, has been taking on a more prominent royal role for years. George and Charlotte used to be a dynamic duo, often seen together during family outings. Recently, George and Louis's relationship has blossomed, becoming a charming mix of camaraderie and playful mischief. Insiders reveal that Louis has transitioned from being the annoying little brother to becoming George's pint-sized partner in crime. They've been spending more time together, bonding over shared interests, and of course getting into a bit of trouble, whether it's sneaking into the kitchen for post-meal snacks or pulling pranks on their parents. It seems that a little mischief runs in the family. As the young royals continue to grow, Louis has a way of bringing out the playful side in his older brother George, reminding him to embrace his childhood. This bond was evident during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, where Louis's expressive reactions captured everyone's attention, while George maintained a poised demeanor, keeping a watchful eye on his younger sibling. Louis's lively personality extends beyond the home, with his recent venture into learning the drums becoming a new chapter in the family's dynamic. Prince William, the relatable father, joked about having to cover his ears as Louis enthusiastically hones his drumming skills. Despite their royal status, these small moments make the Wales children feel relatable, with Charlotte rolling her eyes but secretly admiring her brother's energy, and George pretending to be too cool while secretly wishing he could join in. The three Cambridge children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, have a strong bond that is evident in their actions. They often wear matching outfits to royal events and volunteer together, showing their teamwork and unity. During a recent visit, Charlotte took the lead while Louis was captivated by a toy, demonstrating that the youngest child can find joy in the simplest things. Although Louis is the youngest and the mischievous one who often steals the spotlight, he is deeply adored by his family, especially his mother, Kate Middleton. Kate is known for her nurturing parenting style and balancing her royal duties with a hands-on approach to raising her children. Parenting is clearly a significant part of her life, and it's evident that she feels very comfortable and at ease in natural surroundings. Kate and her children, especially Louis, are encouraged to embrace the simple pleasures of life. Kate also nurtures her creative side through art and baking. She often organizes activities that pique Louis's curiosity and playful energy. Louis is known as the wild child of the family, and Kate is the first to smile fondly when he does something mischievous, whether it's dancing in the kitchen with his sister Charlotte or trying to keep up with his older siblings. This bond of laughter, love, and patience is something every parent with a spirited youngest child can relate to. As a father, Prince William has always strived to balance his royal duties with active involvement in his children's lives, and Louis, being the youngest, shares a particularly playful bond with his dad. While William teaches his children the importance of kindness and responsibility, values passed down from Princess Diana, he also has a wonderful sense of humor that Louis has clearly inherited. In public, William is often seen gently guiding Louis during formal events, but behind the scenes, insiders reveal that he's the first to laugh at his son's antics. For Louis, his maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, provide the perfect escape from the formalities of royal life. At the Middleton family home in Berkshire, the environment is more relaxed and cozy, allowing Louis to simply be a child. Carol Middleton, in particular, is known for her dedication to her grandchildren, and little Louis greatly benefits from her hands-on approach. Whether they're baking cookies, playing games outdoors, or working in the garden, she's not just a grandmother, but a confidant, a playmate, and a source of endless hugs. On the other hand, Michael Middleton brings a sense of calm and stability to Louis's world. William and Kate frequently take Louis on nature walks or engage in quiet family moments, which provides Louis with a sense of balance and grounds him in a more ordinary upbringing while still preparing him for life within the royal family. King Charles III, despite his busy schedule as the reigning monarch, always makes time for his grandchildren, including Louis. Charles's passion for nature and the environment often shines through in his interactions with Louis, whether it's sharing stories about gardening, explaining the importance of protecting the planet, or teaching him about the royal family's history. Charles plays a significant role in passing down his values to the next generation. Although Louis is still quite young, Charles is known to have a soft spot for him, much like he does for George and Charlotte, and his grandfather fatherly role provides Louis with both wisdom and warmth, creating memories that will stay with him for years to come. However, one person noticeably absent from Louis's inner circle is Camilla, the queen consort, as Louis shares playful and heartwarming relationships with everyone else in the family, but Camilla's name is rarely mentioned. The strained relationship between Prince Louis and Camilla may not be solely due to Prince William's dislike for his stepmother. Some believe that even young children like Louis can sense when something is not right and may choose to distance themselves from Camilla on their own. This tension can be traced back to the complicated history between William and Camilla, as William harbors deep-rooted resentment towards the woman who was at the center of his parents' very public marital breakdown. William is not entirely comfortable with his stepmother Camilla, despite her marriage to his father, King Charles. Although they have managed to coexist over the years, their relationship is more like a truce than a loving one. While William may now recognize Camilla's dedication to her duties, he is not yet ready to fully embrace her. Even William's children seem to have picked up on this dynamic. The youngest, Louis, is known for being spirited, playful, and a bit mischievous, reflecting the underlying tensions within the family. Young Louis may sense something amiss when Camilla is around, perhaps detecting William's subtle unease or the lack of warmth he feels from other family members. Although children are young, they often recognize when someone is not as genuine or caring as their grandparents or even King Charles. Louis, with his perceptive nature, may simply be following his instincts and keeping his distance from Camilla. Despite her efforts to establish her role in the royal family, Camilla's relationship within the Wales household seems different from the public's perception, as King Charles dotes on his grandchildren. Camilla's connection with George, Charlotte, and Louis, the youngest royals, seems less prominent compared to her bond with the other members of the family. It's rare to see public displays of affection between Camilla and Louis, which some argue could be due to Louis's young age and limited involvement in formal royal events, while others suggest it reflects a deeper, more complicated family dynamic. As a protective father, Prince William aims to give his children a relatively normal childhood, shielding them from the scrutiny he faced growing up, and this may lead him to keep Camilla's role in Louis's life at a distance. Despite the rumors of tension within the royal family, there have been moments when Prince Louis and Queen Camilla appeared to have a good relationship. It was a heartwarming moment during the royal family's annual walk to church on Christmas Day at the Sandringham estate. All eyes were on the adorable young Prince Louis, who had just celebrated his 4th birthday, as he walked alongside Queen Camilla. The young prince, with his cherubic features and infectious enthusiasm, immediately drew the attention of the gathered crowds and the media. As they strolled together, Queen Camilla gently placed her hand on the small of Prince Louis's back, guiding him forward with a maternal tenderness. The two engaged in a lively conversation, with the young prince looking up at his step-grandmother with a charming, wide-eyed gaze, his curiosity and excitement palpable. Camilla, often perceived as reserved and formal in public, appeared completely at ease and relaxed, matching Louis's playful energy with a warm, nurturing demeanor. Onlookers were struck by the genuine connection and fondness that emanated from their interaction. The tender exchange between the step-grandmother and grandson painted a heartwarming picture, one that humanized the often stoic and formal image associated with the royal family. It was a rare glimpse into the softer, more affectionate side of Queen Camilla, who seemed to cherish the opportunity to bond with the youngest member of the Windsor clan. The moment was a testament to the evolving role of the monarchy in the modern era, where the public craves a more relatable and approachable royal family. The effortless rapport between Camilla and Louis and the genuine warmth they shared resonated with the onlookers, who were left with a renewed sense of appreciation for the humanity and familial connections within the House of Windsor. Camilla, renowned for her emotive and engaging persona, radiated a sense of comfort and ease during her interactions with the public. Her ability to connect with people on a personal level was particularly evident when she encountered a mother with twin boys dressed identically while carrying out her official royal duties. Admiring the children, Camilla couldn't resist the opportunity to playfully mention her own grandson, Lou, describing him as quite the handful. This candid and relatable moment, delivered with a warm smile, elicited laughter from the crowd, showcasing Camilla's natural charm and her awareness of her grandson's lively and spirited personality. These moments of genuine human connection were not merely spontaneous occurrences, but rather reflected Camilla's strategic approach to public engagement. As a seasoned royal, she had honed the art of navigating the spotlight with a keen understanding of the power of relatability and empathy. By sharing anecdotes about her personal life and family, Camilla was able to forge a deeper bond with the public, breaking down the perceived barriers barriers between the royal household and the people they serve. Camilla's ability to create these endearing moments was not simply a matter of chance. It was the result of careful observation, emotional intelligence, and a deep commitment to connecting with her subjects on a human level. She recognized that her role as a member of the royal family required not only a sense of decorum and propriety, but also a genuine interest in the lives and experiences of the people she encountered. Through these carefully curated yet sincere interactions, Camilla strategically cultivated an image of a relatable, approachable, and down-to-earth royal, further enhancing her reputation as a beloved public figure. The royal family gathered at the historic Westminster Abbey for a special Christmas carol service, a cherished annual tradition, as the soaring voices of the choir filled the ancient cathedral with the joyous melodies of the season. The members of the family took their seats, their faces alight with the warm glow of the candles flickering in the shadows. During the service, the organizers had set up a unique kindness tree, inviting guests to write messages of appreciation and gratitude on cards and hang them on the branches. The young Wales children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, eagerly participated in this heartwarming activity, carefully crafting their personal messages. With a sense of reverence and excitement, the young royals carried their cards, the blank side facing outward to preserve the privacy of their heartfelt words. As the service progressed, the soft rustling of paper and the gentle murmurs of the congregation filled the air, creating a tapestry of shared sentiments and goodwill. The royal family, known for their gracious and compassionate spirit, embraced this opportunity to connect with the community, reinforcing the true essence of the Christmas season, a time of reflection, kindness, and the celebration of the human spirit. The kindness tree stood as a symbol of the royal family's commitment to fostering a sense of community and spreading the message of compassion. As the service drew to a close, the glittering branches of the tree bore witness to the outpouring of gratitude and appreciation from the gathered guests, a testament to the enduring power of human connection and the spirit of the holidays. The young Prince Louis, his eyes shining with excitement, proudly displayed his handmade card for everyone to admire. The touching message he had written in his adorable, childlike handwriting expressed his heartfelt gratitude to his maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, for the countless hours they had spent playing games and engaging him in fun activities. The Middleton family beamed with pride as they watched this heartwarming moment, their faces alight with joy and affection. However, the noticeable absence of a mention for Queen Camilla on the official card immediately raised eyebrows and elicited hushed murmurs among the gathered onlookers. The curious omission seemed to hang in the air, creating a palpable tension as the guests exchanged puzzled glances. Sensing the subtle shift in the atmosphere, someone in the crowd, perhaps emboldened by the informal setting, jokingly asked the young prince why Camilla's name was not included on his list of well wishes. With a serious expression that belied his tender years, Prince Louis responded with surprising candor, stating simply and matter-of-factly, "She's lying." This unexpected and blunt statement from the young royal caused a momentary silence to fall over the gathering, as Kate and William's smiles faltered, their faces morphing into a mix of shock, confusion, and underlying concern. The implication of the prince's words was not lost on the observant onlookers, who exchanged uneasy glances, wondering what could have prompted such a bold and seemingly accusatory remark from the typically well-mannered child. The palpable tension in the air was palpable, as the guests collectively held their breath, awaiting some form of clarification or reaction from the senior members of the royal family. The silence was deafening, broken only by the faint rustling of fabric and the barely audible murmurs of those present, all eager to discern the hidden meaning behind the prince's striking declaration. The incident had undoubtedly cast an air of uncertainty and unease over the otherwise celebratory occasion, leaving the attendees to ponder the true nature of the unseen dynamics at play within the highest echelons of the British monarchy. Instantly, Kate bent down and gently placed her hand on Louis's shoulder, her eyes filled with a mixture of love and uncertainty. She sought to soothe her son, sensing that his words held a deeper meaning than what was immediately apparent. William too stepped forward, placing a reassuring hand on Louis's back as he tried to ascertain the reason behind the prince's bold statement. The onlookers, transfixed by the unfolding scene, held their breath, wondering what could have prompted such a candid and unexpected response from the young royal. The air was thick with unspoken questions, as the family tried to navigate this delicate situation with the utmost care and sensitivity. It was clear that there were underlying currents at play, and the adults in the room knew that they would need to have a thoughtful conversation with Louis to understand the source of his apparent distrust towards the Queen. This unexpected moment had become a poignant reminder that even within the confines of the royal family, there were complexities and hidden narratives that the public could only begin to imagine. The Queen Consort, who had previously been warmly greeting guests and actively participating in the event, suddenly found herself at the center of an unexpected royal commotion. The atmosphere in the room shifted palpably as all eyes turned towards the unfolding situation. William, the ever-composed future king, appeared momentarily stunned, his gaze fixed anxiously upon Camilla, whose expression was a complex tapestry of emotions that was difficult to decipher. Camilla's face then transformed, her features softening into a strange, almost imperceptible smile, though it was evident that she had been momentarily caught off guard by the turn of events. The child, Louis, spoke up in the straightforward manner characteristic of his young age, elaborating on the situation with a candor that seemed to catch the adults in the room off guard. He recounted how the Queen had earlier promised to play with him, but when he later went to her quarters, she had abruptly yelled at him to leave and accused him of being annoying. The revelation of the Queen's harsh reaction towards the young child sent a ripple of discomfort through the gathered guests, many of whom had just moments ago been laughing along, amused by the child's honest and unfiltered account. The sudden shift in the mood of the event was palpable, as the attendees struggled to reconcile the image of the benevolent, gracious monarch they had come to know with the brusque behavior described by the young prince. William, ever the dutiful heir, appeared to be weighing his next course of action, his brow furrowed in contemplation as he glanced between Camilla and the retreating form of the Queen, who had seemingly withdrawn from the public eye in the wake of the incident. The guests found themselves caught in an awkward silence, uncertain of how to proceed, their initial festive spirits dampened by the unexpected turn of events. The audience sat in rapt attention, their curiosity piqued by the subtle shift in the conversation. Louis' statement had opened a window into a side of Camilla that the public had rarely, if ever, caught a glimpse of. The crowd leaned in, eager to unravel the layers of complexity behind her meticulously crafted public persona. The implications of Louis's words were not lost on the audience. They began to wonder if Camilla's warmth and generosity, so often lauded in the media, were merely a facade, a carefully curated image designed to captivate her adoring fans. Had they been fooled all this time, or was there something more profound hidden beneath the surface? The tension in the room was palpable, as the audience collectively held their breath, anticipating the revelations that might follow. Whispers and murmurs rippled through the crowd as everyone tried to piece together the clues and formulate their own theories about the true nature of Camilla's character. Some audience members couldn't help but feel a sense of betrayal, as they had invested so much of their adoration and devotion into the public persona that Camilla had presented. They had believed in her authenticity, her commitment to charitable causes, and her unwavering dedication to her craft. Now they found themselves questioning everything they thought they knew about her. Others, however, were intrigued by the prospect of uncovering a more complex and nuanced individual. They yearned to see beyond the carefully crafted image and glimpse the real Camilla, the woman behind the carefully curated public facade. These audience members were eager to delve deeper, to unravel the mystery and understand the true nature of this enigmatic figure. The air was charged with anticipation as the audience waited with bated breath for Camilla's response. Would she address Louis's statement head on, shedding light on the deeper complexities of her character, or would she remain steadfast in her polished public persona, leaving the audience to ponder the unseen depths of her identity? As the palpable tension in the room mounted, the captivated audience found themselves torn between their deep-seated admiration and reverence for Camilla's meticulously crafted public persona and the unsettling, almost unthinkable possibility that she might not be the person they had come to know, celebrate, and love over the years. The stark contrast between her carefully cultivated, almost flawless public image and the potential glimpse of her true, unvarnished nature left the crowd in a state of profound uncertainty, wondering if they had ever truly known the real Camilla, the woman behind the carefully curated facade. The crowd's collective imagination began to run wild, speculating feverishly about the deeper, more complex truths and layers of Camilla's character that might have long been obscured from public view. Was Lewis's seemingly innocuous observation merely a momentary lapse, a fleeting crack in the meticulously constructed veneer, or had he inadvertently tapped into a deeper, more complex wellspring of hidden complexities and facets of Camilla's personality that had been masterfully concealed from the prying eyes of the adoring public for years? The audience held their collective breath, simultaneously intrigued and unsettled, eager to uncover the answers that Camilla herself might be deeply reluctant or even outright unwilling to reveal. The air was thick with a palpable sense of unease and anticipation as the crowd wrestled with the unsettling realization that the Camilla they thought they knew might only be a carefully curated projection, and the true essence of the woman they had come to idolize might be far more complex and perhaps even unsettling than they could have ever imagined. Please leave a comment and subscribe to our channel to receive more content.